This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, Tom Crodel honored as the 2019 BSA Distinguished Citizen. Residents hear firsthand about the effects of drug addiction at a special presentation at Jasper High School. And Martin County now added to the burn ban list. In sports, Kurt Guxell previews upcoming high school football matchups, and on WJTS Informed tonight, Vicki Morgan joins us to talk about the upcoming Four Rivers Harvest Home Festival. All this and more coming up next on the 18 WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. A sparking power pole caused a small grass fire in Jasper on Tuesday evening. The Jasper Volunteer Fire Department responded to Gun Club Road and 3rd Avenue at 7:04 p.m. for a sparking cutout fuse and grass fire. While firefighters worked on putting out the flames, DuBois County Sheriff's deputies controlled traffic. After the fire was out, a crew with DuBois Rural Electric Cooperative replaced the cutout fuse. No injuries were reported. And sometimes firefighters get calls of cats in trees, kids stuck in the staircase, and other calls. The Schnellville Fire Department had a different call yesterday when they found that a bucket was on fire, not a bucket truck, just a bucket. Last night, just after 9 p.m., Valerie Lang came home and found her garage door opened her garage door, and then she saw a glow and smoke coming from inside. Lang closed the garage door and called 911. 10 firefighters and 1 truck from the Schnellville Fire Department, followed by 6 firefighters from the St. Anthony Fire Department, were there within minutes to fight the fire. When they went to inspect the fire, they found that a 5-gallon bucket had begun burning. The bucket had contained around 10 or more instant cold packs and another unknown foil package in the bottom. It is believed that the instant cold packs and the unknown foil leaked and mixed together, and it caused a chemical reaction, causing the fire. The only damage was to the poor bucket and its contents. The walls nearby were discolored. Firefighters quickly extinguished the bucket fire and removed the bucket. The garage was then ventilated. Firefighters were on the scene for about 30 minutes. A driver injured in a weekend crash after trying to flee from the police is facing several charges. Ferdinand police say 19-year-old Dylan T. Mundy was driving 48 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone at State Road 172 and Pine Drive early Saturday morning, or that's State Road 162. Then they were trying to stop him. Police say he sped northward and turned west onto Holiday Lake Road. The chase came to an end when Mundy drove onto County Road 815 South and lost control, striking a tree. Both Mundy and a juvenile passenger were taken to Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center for treatment. Mundy suffered a leg injury, and the juvenile was treated and released to relatives. After investigating, police now say in the car, Mundy had both a shotgun and a handgun with serial numbers allegedly either changed or removed. Mundy's blood alcohol content tested at 0.88%. Mundy was booked into the DuBois County Security Center on Monday on preliminary charges of felony counts of possession of a firearm by a violent felon, carrying a handgun without a license, resisting law enforcement with a vehicle, possession of an altered handgun, misdemeanor counts of reckless driving, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, minor consuming, and illegal possession of an alcoholic beverage. Mundy posted bond on Tuesday afternoon. The crash caused about $6,000 in damage. A Jasper man is behind bars after allegedly making threatening statements to a woman. Police responded to a reported disturbance in Jasper involving 37-year-old Andrew Fitzgerald and a woman. Police say Fitzgerald allegedly confronted the woman at a Jasper location, threatening her. Fitzgerald was booked into the DuBois County Security Center on preliminary charges of level 6 felony counts of intimidation and a misdemeanor count of battery. Warwick County Sheriff deputies are asking for your help identifying a driver who hit a child riding his bike to school. The incident took place at Oak Grove and State Road 261 on Tuesday morning. According to sheriff's deputies in Warwick County, the female driver of a white SUV got out and checked the child before leaving the scene. The child was not seriously injured. If you have information about this incident, contact the Warwick County Sheriff's Office at 812-897-1200, 897-1200. This is an ongoing investigation, and officials say charges could be filed. Hundreds of people gathered at the Huntingburg Event Center Wednesday night for the BSA 2019 Distinguished Citizen Award Banquet. The Jasper Region President at Old National Bank, Tom Crodel, is this year's award recipient. Crodel says winning the award is an honor and it feels surreal.
I'm very, very humbled and very honored to win it. It's just, it was an amazing night and, still just a dream.
Before Crodel was presented with the award, two close friends, managing broker and owner of Sell for Free Real Estate Andy Welsh and president and COO of Old National Bank, Jim Sandrin, and Crodel's three daughters, Brooke Higginbotham, Aaron Huther, and Meredith Crodel, all took turns stepping up to the podium. Each one spoke highly of Crodel, sharing memories, jokes, and adventures they had with Crodel through the years. U.S. Senator Mike Braun was a scout himself and spoke as the award banquet's keynote speaker. Senator Braun says coming back to his hometown to speak on behalf of the Boy Scouts was a pleasure.
Well, when Tom asked me to keynote this evening, it was a pleasure. It happened to work where it was in a recess double week called the fall recess.
Senator Braun also speaks highly of Tom Crodel.
You can see his resume. He's been a community contributor for a long time, and love it when somebody chooses to move back to Du Bois County and make their living and then benefit everyone there. So, and Tom certainly personifies that. So it was a pleasure to be here.
The Buffalo Trace Council of Boy Scouts hosts the award banquet every year. The 2019 marked the 27th year for the Distinguished Award Banquet and brought in over $50,000 for local scouting programs. Also on Wednesday night, over 100 attendees sat in the Jasper High School gym as they heard the stories of the reality and hardships of drug addiction. Tim Ryan and Jennifer Jimenez spoke and stood for 2 hours to the community, each sharing their stories involving drug addiction. Ryan spoke about how his addiction cost him a dream career, millions of dollars, and even his own son. Jimenez spoke about how her addiction caused her to go down a dark path despite being in blockbuster movies and magazines across the world. The words, "I wasn't supposed to be an alcoholic or drug addict," echoed throughout the gym as Ryan and Jimenez gave honest and detailed descriptions about what the harsh reality of addiction truly is. They told about the steps they took to recover and gave advice to the audience about how they or a loved one can find help themselves. Both Ryan and Jimenez both say that telling their stories is a way to start the conversation to help those who are struggling with addiction.
I would say that ignorance is bliss. I mean, this is a pandemic. It's happening everywhere. And to act like it's not happening in your city, in your community, or in your home, it's a joke at this point. I mean, it's about bringing awareness. It's about having open conversations, being communicative, explaining, giving coping skills and giving solutions to this huge epidemic and this huge problem.
Ryan and Jimenez both say that a reason small areas like Du Bois County have high drug problems is that there is no place nearby to get better.
We need some type of treatment center. It would be great to have a detox inpatient residential program.
More meetings, more 12-step based meetings.
Sober homes and sober living.
Ryan and Jimenez both travel the country to speak to schools and different outreach programs because to them, it's their calling in life. Today, they both traveled and talked at different county schools, sharing their stories with students. Paper shredding will be held in Jasper on Friday. Now on Friday, October 4th, the Jasper Chamber is hosting a free paper shredding day open to residents and businesses. This will be held in the St. Joseph Church South parking lot on Newton Street. This event will be held from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. There will be no shredding on site. There is a 100-pound limit per person or business. Staples, paper clips, and file folders can all be shredded. However, they are only shredding paper products. No credit cards, DVDs, or CDs, floppy disk, microfilm, or other things of that nature will be shredded. Shredding services will be provided by Piranha Shredding out of Evansville. Martin County is now under a burn ban. This will last until further notice. While under this ban, all campfires, recreational fires, open burning using conventional fuel like wood or combustible matter, burning debris, and using burn barrels are all prohibited. Charcoal from permitted grills cannot be removed until the charcoal is thoroughly extinguished. All residents are asked to comply with these emergency measures. This ban will last until fire chiefs say it is safe to be lifted. So DuBois, Pike, Warwick, Spencer, Perry, Crawford, Washington, and Orange counties all issued burn bans earlier this week, and those will continue as well. Now stay tuned. Weather and sports is still to come on 18 WJTS News.